What's going on, guys? Welcome back to the channel. So let's start the build series with the Panigale V4S. So as I mentioned in my intro video, the stock foot pegs are absolute garbage in my opinion. My foot slid out I think 3 or 4 different times mid-turn, and after the bike is broken in and I'm starting to get some more lean and some more speed, it's definitely something I don't want to happen. After looking at these, when you run your hands across them, they feel like they would give you some good grip. But like I said, my foot really just slid completely right off of them. I knew it was one of the first things that we had to change. So we chose to go with the Rizoma foot pegs that are manufactured in partnership with Ducati. So let's check those out real quick. So for me, especially when I just purchased this bike, I don't want to go for a full rear set yet, especially without looking into a bunch of options. There's a lot of great options out there, and they're also pretty expensive. So I was just looking for something quick that will get the job done and isn't going to be breaking the bank. So before I show you the foot pegs that I got, I just wanted to go over the two options really without changing the rear sets that you can go with. So the first option, which I'm going to show you in a little bit, is the direct OEM replacement that Ducati and Rizoma partnered with to make. And they use the same pin, spring, and clip in the back, so it's a direct OEM replacement foot peg. The other option is, which I'll put pictures up right now for you, are the Rizoma adapter kit, and then you have a couple different options with that kit on the foot pegs you want. So I know one is called the Extreme Pro, there's also the B Pro. I think 2 others are also compatible with those adapter kits, but basically it's an adapter block and then you screw in the foot peg onto it. So it is nice that hey, if something were to happen, you could swap out just that piece instead of the entire assembly. And you also have some different options on design and also the level of grip that you might want. So let's check out the ones that I got. So these are the Rizoma foot pegs that partner with Ducati. I'll leave a link in the description where you can find these guys below. But basically, as I mentioned before, it's a direct OEM replacement. So it already has the mounting end right there where the pin and the spring will attach to, and also the clip on the end. And also, as you can see, I hope the camera can pick it up, but it does have some better grip and some better knurling that are definitely going to help increase the grip compared to what comes stock on the bike. So other than that, there's nothing else that comes in the packaging besides the other foot peg. But Rizoma makes really good quality stuff, especially that it's partnered with Ducati. It's nice to have. So let's throw these on the bike. So I'm fast forwarding to the left side of the bike, and I noticed a little trick that was a lot easier than what I did to take off the clip from the right side, and literally just line up the clip to where the bigger ends are on the right side, and just take a pick and the clip simply just pops right out. So you don't have to do any sort of bending or anything. It's super easy. So now with this done, I'm going to take the same pick that I used and just going to push the pin from the rear. It's pretty heavily greased, so it's sliding pretty easy. So now that I got the pin pushed pretty much through, just going to take some needle nose, pull this out from the front. Now this pin is out, and just going to pull off the OEM peg. And that's pretty much it to get it off. So now that you got the stock peg out for your aftermarket peg, or whichever peg you choose to go with, just make sure that the right foot peg is curling forward, not curling backwards, and that's how you know you have it in the right direction and that it's the right peg. So we're just going to take the spring. For the actual spring, this part right here goes into the hole right here on the rear set. So we're just going to set the spring in here and then line it up and push this spring right here into the rear set while still holding it, because we're gonna have to line the pin back up. So I just put the spring in there. I'm also making sure that I'm holding the spring. So to get the stock pin, you're gonna have to push the peg in and actually compress the spring a little bit, and then you should be able to line up the hole for the pin. So make sure to push inward, and then now that it's lined up, I can simply push it through. We got to make sure that the spring is also lined up correctly. So with your thumb, just try to get that spring properly seated, and then it just pushes through. So another thing I noticed is that the stock pegs were silver when they come with black rear sets. So I don't know why they did that design choice, but now they're all black. Definitely looks good, and looks like, you know, definitely going to get a lot more grip out of these. So we're going to put that clamp right on the back, and then this side will be finished. So now when you're ready to reinstall the clip, just take it this way, and we're going to be pushing it in this direction. So pretty much it'll go slide around, put a little pressure with your nail, you hear the click, and then now your pin is installed. Check the movement, we have good play, and your foot peg is done. So here's the finished look with the Rizoma foot pegs that we installed. Direct OEM replacement, pretty easy job. Definitely look a lot better than the stock foot pegs. It matches the all black look at the rear set as well. So yeah, pretty much do the same thing on the other side and you're done. So let's take it up top. Alright guys, so that's pretty much it. It's a pretty short install, so we're going to make this video short, but definitely recommend swapping out your stock foot pegs. At least in my case, I felt like it's a big safety issue, as they do not grip as much as at least I felt they should have. So pretty happy with how they turned out. A pretty easy install. And you know, the all black look with the rear sets, I don't know why they didn't do that from the factory, but you know, hey, we got it now, and the knurling feels good, so I'm excited to take these guys out on the road. So if you liked the video, please drop a like. If you're new to the channel, definitely hit that subscribe button. We're going to be doing a complete build series on my Panigale V4S, and hope you come along for the ride and you know, give you some part ideas, maybe help you out with some how-tos. You know, I try to be as detailed as possible with all my content, so hit that subscribe button, and we'll see you next time, guys. Ride safe.